think from the perspective of the runners, everybody was really excited tonight because while Hans wasn't very happy about it, Hans rolled an ankle yesterday, so he took some time off today, and he actually worked on the bus, which really freed up Dan to focus more on the needs of the runners. And Hans, nailed the whole, the breaks, the food, everything. It was so much more organized, which we didn't anticipate because I'm spending so much time during the day running from town to town trying to find all the things that they need to keep that bus fed and fueled and moving forward that, there hasn't been enough love for the runners, I think. And so today they were pretty excited about that.
Cool.
And it also allowed Dan to work on some runners, during the run, because there were a couple people that started cramping up, and during a water break, he'd do a little 30-second adjustment, and off they'd go. So
cool.
That was great.
That's great to hear. So what do you got coming up tomorrow?
Tomorrow, actually, we're in Zawai tonight, and so we're running 30 miles again tomorrow, and then back to Zawai. So the team's also kind of excited about that too. They get to stay here for 2 nights. They're doing laundry, washing their clothes in the sinks and hanging stuff out. We don't have to pack up all our bags in the morning. We can just eat and get on the bus. So it's kind of been a pretty relaxing day for everybody.
Cool. And you said we're about to kind of launch off into the hinterlands. Can you kind of explain that a little bit? You're getting further and further away from your kind of westernized culture there.
Yeah, we're running out of hot water, and we can't take for granted food supplies and other things, and the kind of places we're staying now. Fortunately, there's cellular service throughout a good chunk of this country, so I can Skype with you now. But essentially, we're kind of in the flat areas of the Rift Valley. It's pretty hot. The runners have chosen to kind of add some additional miles to the distances now to take some miles off, these longer runs that were scheduled in a day or so. Because pretty soon we're going to be climbing again, and we'd already kind of scheduled in some short days at the end, to taper the distance down as the elevation went back up. And they're eating up some of that right now and putting it in the bank, which is great.
Okay. But everybody's spirits are pretty high, and health-wise, other than Hans, things are doing well?
Absolutely. Spirits are way up there, which is amazing to me. And these guys, man, you see them after they've run 20 miles, and you drive up to them, and they're all looking strong, It's been great.
That's great. Cool. Thanks for that. Appreciate you. I know you're tired, man, and you probably got to go to bed, but these moments are great for this kind of thing is perfect for us and can really pay off to kind of show activity. All right. So
absolutely. I'm going to try tomorrow, as I told you. I'm going to try to take that handheld tomorrow and just do a couple, 30 seconds with a runner, even if it's just that few minutes before they start in the morning at the side of the road and say, what are you thinking about?
Right.
What's psyching you up today,
Yeah.
And I'll try to get some of those back to you. Should be a fairly flexible day for me. My real goal tomorrow is, they've been going on the same food day in and day out. So tomorrow, as soon as I get them off, I'm going to run with them for maybe an hour or so. Then I'm going back to town, and I'm going to buy all the ingredients and have a huge bowl of guacamole and chips waiting for them when they get back. Because avocados are in season, and they're everywhere.